Hello there, and welcome to the weekly HeartQuest. I've got my HeartQuest deck ready. I'm going to shuffle the cards and draw 3 cards and offer whatever intuitive guidance comes forward for the week ahead. And the first card is Shaman. Shaman. And I invite you, first of all, to just feel into and tune into whatever is coming up for you as you receive this symbol, this word, and this color. And the color is indigo. This is a third eye chakra card. Well, the first thing that I hear and that I'm reminded of is I am my own shaman. And I'm encouraged to remind you that you are your own shaman also. And that everything that you desire to know and the things that may seem out of your reach to know right now, but that you are yearning to have deeper clarity on, yearning for direction on, you can access your inner shaman self. And your third eye is like your own sacred shaman. And we can go on journeys with and in and through our third eye. And so in the week ahead, it's going to be very powerful to take time to allow yourself to do certain things that are going to support and nourish you in activating and tuning into your third eye and your higher awareness and your intuitive gifts. So some things that come up around that are making sure that you take time for getting into, it's like this dream space, this have you ever explored the space between awake and asleep, where you're in this kind of place where you're not totally asleep but you're not totally awake either, and you're in this kind of dreamy space, right? That is an incredibly powerful space, and often a place where when people have shamanic visions and they really like see things that are keys for them or signs for them that open them up to higher awareness, that is really the state of being where that is best done. It is also a very powerful point of manifestation. When we are in that place between worlds, so to speak, we have some really powerful access to higher awareness. So doing what you can to get into those dreamy places, some things that might be recommended are like a warm bath, candlelight is really nourishing for that space, because it's kind of that in-between worlds kind of lighting. So warm baths, candlelight, meditative time can really support you in tuning into that. There is clearly a call from the collective that we have been trying too hard for too long to figure it all out in our heads in terms of the change that we are each desiring, and that is being called for on a larger scale with our country as well as the globe. And there is a big cry for change, but there is a lot of lack of clarity as to how we move forward. And I'm hearing loud and clear that it is going to take our third eye awareness, our higher awareness consciousness, our intuitive consciousness, and other things that will support you with this in the week ahead are breath work, where you can really like take these really, really deep breaths and get more oxygen into your body than perhaps you have in a long time. And that is going to support and nourish you to lots of water, sea vegetables. I'm hearing like kelp, dulse are going to be really beneficial in just making sure you're fully supporting and nourishing that pineal gland and your third eye consciousness. And once again, the reminder when it comes to pineal work that we really want to do everything we can to be avoiding fluoride in our water. So if you're drinking like regular tap water, see if you can upgrade to preferably spring water, or at least a better, cleaner source that is not feeding you that fluoride, which tends to dumb down and tune out our pineal gland's ability to help us to not only get into that intuitive awareness, but to create magic. Because our ability to create, we are creatives, we are creators, we are creative beings, and through the things that we imagine into, we are creating. And you can consciously create by imagining into that which you desire to have outpictured in your world. But you're going to be even more powerful in doing so as you hone into and make sure that you're doing what you can to just really wake up that third eye. So huge call for that this week. I'm feeling that one really, really big. And the next card is Mother Earth. Mother Earth. And the color here is silver. And I encourage you to just tune into whatever this is bringing up for you. I'm immediately reminded of the importance of grounding, which is something I've been hearing a lot of in some of the circles that I work in, with the sisters I work with. There's been a lot of rather hectic and frantic energy in this past week, especially past weekend. And it's still up to some extent. It's not over. And it's really time to make sure, it's very important to make sure that we are grounding into the earth. And some of my recommendations for that are getting barefoot on the ground, on a patch of earth, on a patch of grass or dirt. If you don't have the ability to do that, if you're in a city, you can get barefoot even on the pavement. It does help with grounding, although a patch of earth is better. Or if there is a tree that you can go hug, go hug a tree. It's going to be good to hug trees this week, for real. Just tuning into that earth energy and that rooting, grounding energy is going to really support us in staying sovereign within our own energies, so that we can focus on that we desire to create, and get clear on the intuitive guidance that is asking to be downloaded for us at this time. It's also very important that we tune into the Mama Earth and allow ourselves to hear what she's asking for, what she's saying. And many of us who are very empathic already know that the earth, there's sadness there, there is pain there, there is challenge there. Our earth is having some challenges for sure. But also, as I listen to her, I hear her reminding us that it's going to be okay, but that she does require our help, not only to speak up for her, to take whatever actions we can, but also to consciously tune in and allow our love to flow to her, and also allow the love of Great Spirit, the love of the universe, to flow through us to the earth, allowing ourselves to be a channel of this energy, so it doesn't have to be so much an efforting on our part, but we become like a conduit for this greater divine love consciousness to flow into and through us and nourish the mama. The Mama Earth is our mama, and she nourishes us and she gives to us constantly, but she's also asking for us to nourish and support her at this time in whatever ways we can. So it's important that we remember to give back. And also in the week ahead, if anything comes up around mother wounds, and I'm definitely hearing that there may be some stuff coming up around the wounds that are there either from our mothers or the ancestral women in our lineage, or wounds that are there that were things that were inflicted upon the women in our lives and our ancestors, our feminine ancestors, and those wounds sometimes are picked up and carried on unconsciously. And so we might have a pattern of something that's not really working for us in our lives, and is causing us challenge. And it may very well be something that we picked up from our mother or our grandmother or our grandmother's grandmothers. And it is, as we tune into that, it's important for us to remember now that we can go direct to Divine Mama, the Divine Mother of all, and to the Earth Mother, that anything that we might not have been able to receive experientially from the women in our worlds, from our mothers specifically, because they may not have had the tools or the ability to give us what we really required in order to feel supported. Any of that we may feel a lack in terms of that mama connection and that mama love and nourishment, we have the opportunity, and if there's a feeling of lack, we have the obligation to go direct, to consciously choose to allow ourselves to receive the love and nourishment and support that we desire and require from Divine Mama Earth, from Divine Great Spirit, Holy, Present, like Mother of all. Go direct, and really allow yourself to ground into the earth, soak in the nourishment, and also give your nourishment or be a conduit for this divine love. And these things are also going to really support us in that third eye awakening that I was talking about. The more that we can be tapped in and tuned into that, it just all flows symbiotically. And the third card, this is another third eye chakra card. Imagine. So just tune into whatever's coming up for you, and then I'll share. This feels like a really big reiteration of the importance of what I like to call imagination activation, where we consciously give ourselves permission and choose to get into that dreamy place between worlds and that imaginative state, and imagine into that which we desire to create, realizing that we are powerful beings, and through our ability, through our desire to, and not our desire, our ability, through our choice to imagine into what we desire, we are activating our power. And as we do that, it's important to acknowledge that you are powerful and that your energy is creative, because that puts even more oomph into it, more gusto into our creations. And yeah, wow. Big third eye stuff. And it's really perfect because we are coming into a new moon, and with that new moon, which is going to be on the 28th, looking at my moon calendar here, with that new moon, that is a powerful time to be making new choices about what it is that we desire to create in the new cycle. And so yeah, those are the three cards. These are the weekly HeartQuest cards. And again, they are Shaman, Mother Earth, and Imagine. Shaman, Mother Earth, Imagine. And I'm also inspired to remind you that we are the midwives and birthers of the new earth. This earth that we live upon is calling for a great rebirth, to be born anew. And anyone that has walked the shamanic path understands that a rebirth is something that we all go through, or can go through, if we choose to live a creative, forward-moving spiritual life. Personal rebirths are a big thing that happen to us as we move from one phase of life existence into another phase, and a forward movement. And that type of rebirth, somewhat like the transition that happens from maiden to mother, or from mother to crone, that can be a huge rebirth. That is being called for, and we are in the beginning, so to speak, of undergoing that on a planetary scale. And the more that we can acknowledge that and realize it, it helps me, I know, and I imagine it can help you too, to have greater compassion and clarity clarity and understanding for some of the things that we see happening in our world, that we're experiencing in our world, that might not make sense from a linear like headspace trying to understand or figure it out. And so it's time that we ground into the earth, that we listen to our mama, that we get into our meditative state and tap into our third eye so that we can have that higher dimensional awareness, as well as tap into our ability to put our energy into the forward momentum of creating in the world that which we desire to see outpictured. Yes, yes, yes. All right, beauties. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And I'll be talking to you again soon. Make sure you tune in to the Fierce Magic Conversations too. I'll have another one, or possibly two, coming out in the week ahead. Bye for now.